Welcome to our journey through the power of language, where words are not merely tools for communication, but the very building blocks of the reality we choose to create. Today, we explore the profound impact that our spoken and internal words have on shaping our lives. Understanding that each word we choose carries weight and influence, we start to see the transformative power behind expressions. From historical visionaries to modern self-made millionaires, the secret has always been the same. Speaking from an abundance mindset is the first step towards actualizing wealth. Consider the rhetoric of influential leaders, how they craft messages that resonate deeply and inspire action. Their careful selection of phrases often encodes a mindset geared towards prosperity and success, setting a powerful example for us to follow. As we delve further into the nuances of language, it's crucial to acknowledge the role of certainty and authority in our dialogue. It is not about the mere words you use, it is about the authority, clarity, and certainty with which you use them. Imagine you're listening to an impeccable speech. The conviction in the speaker's voice doesn't just convey the message, but it also imbues it with power and engagement. Let's uncover how to synchronize your verbal expressions with your grandest visions. By aligning the words you speak with the goals you aspire to achieve, you open doors to new possibilities and realities. This synchronization is not just about positive thinking. It's about creating a resonant frequency between your words and your world, making sure that every word you speak is a brick in the foundation of your future achievements. Effective use of language demands a keen awareness of its impact on our minds and emotions. When we speak or even think in terms of abundance, we program our mindsets to anticipate success and positivity. This process, often subliminal, slowly shapes our beliefs and attitudes towards life, enhancing the chances of achieving what we think and speak about. This influence of language isn't just psychological, it has tangible, measurable effects on our daily lives and long-term goals. By consistently practicing and improving the quality of our spoken words, we can shift our realities. Consider how affirmations and disciplined language use have transformed lives, turning dreams into substantial achievements. These are not just motivational words, they are the keys to unlocking our fullest potential. Now, let's reflect on some practical examples where language influenced significant change. Think of the powerful speeches by Martin Luther King Jr. or the persuasive writings of Winston Churchill. These figures mastered the art of language, not only to convey their messages, but also to stir emotions, provoke thought, and inspire change in societies and communities around the world. Moreover, in the realm of personal development, entrepreneurs and thought leaders preached the gospel of speaking things into existence. This method involves not just hopeful thinking, but a deliberate and strategic articulation of objectives. By vocalizing our ambitions, we reinforce our commitment to them and create a psychological blueprint that guides our actions towards those very goals. The clarity with which we express ourselves directly influences how effectively we can manifest our desires. Clear, confident, and authoritative communication not only captures attention, but also holds the power to shape perceptions and, ultimately, realities. It's about molding the narrative of our lives through the potency of every word we utter, ensuring each phrase helps pave the path towards our envisioned futures. Every interaction, every spoken thought contributes to the carving out of our life's narrative. By mindfully selecting our words, understanding their impact, and utilizing them with precision, we take control of the script of our lives. This conscious engagement with language allows us to align our speech with our highest aspirations, actively constructing the reality we aim to live in. How did influential figures utilize language to shape their reality? Let's explore how various leaders and visionaries, with their profound articulation, inspired millions and sculpted their destinies. We begin by examining historical examples such as Winston Churchill, whose speeches during World War II not only lifted British spirits, but also solidified a sense of unstoppable resolve against adversity. Continuing with the theme of linguistic power, consider Mahatma Gandhi. His philosophy of non-violence and civil disobedience was articulated so effectively that it galvanized a country to seek independence without the sword. Gandhi's words became a catalytic agent for change, transforming not only individuals, but an entire nation's course of history. Moving further back in history, we observe figures like Socrates, whose dialectical method, employing questions to lead his listeners to conclusions, shaped philosophical thought in profound ways. Similarly, Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech vividly illustrates how visionary language can electrify a movement and envision a new societal structure. Now, think of contemporary pioneers like Steve Jobs, whose announcement of the iPhone revolutionized personal technology. Jobs used his platform to articulate a vision of technological integration that seemed almost magical at the time, demonstrating that powerful language can indeed pave the way for innovation before it becomes tangible. Leaders like Julius Caesar, with commands that were both precise and decisive, led armies to victory and shaped political landscapes. Caesar's famous "Veni, Vidi, Vici" succinctly declared his swift triumphs, echoing the clarity and impact of focused linguistic expression in moments of critical influence. Let's not overlook modern visionaries such as Elon Musk, whose forecasts about space travel and sustainable energy are gradually turning into global projects. Musk consistently frames the future with his words, pushing humanity to reach for the stars, literally and metaphorically. His articulation underscores that language is not just reflective of effort, but also shapes future realities. As we see through these impactful stories, language serves as a powerful economic, political, and social tool. Leaders and thinkers employ it not merely to reflect current ideas, but to mold future events and realities. This transformative capacity of words transcends time, influencing both immediate listeners and broader historical movements. We can draw valuable lessons from those who harnessed the power of words. By studying the examples of Mandela, who spoke of a unified South Africa, and figures who shaped technological advancements through mere descriptions, we learn that the words we choose can indeed chart the course of future endeavors and innovations. It is clear that understanding the power of words to inspire action and manifest change is crucial. This awareness opens up pathways for us as individuals and societies to better utilize our linguistic prowess towards achieving seemingly impossible goals and truly making a difference. So, as we integrate these insights, let's encourage ongoing reflection on how our own language can shape our destinies and those around us. Embracing the legacy of great communicators, we can foster environments that not only thrive on innovation, but also cultivate the audacity to reshape societies. Now, let us focus on the concept of speaking with authority and turning abstract ideas into concrete realities. Consider the way successful entrepreneurs shift their abstract visions into concrete achievements. They employ a vocabulary filled with certainty, which not only communicates confidence externally, but reinforces it internally. For instance, instead of saying, "I hope to succeed," they might assert, "I will create success." Such a vocabulary of vision significantly elevates one's mindset. This segment suggests re-engineering the internal dialogues we habitually carry out. When you narrate your own future with assuredness, this internal dialogue fosters growth. It becomes a potent pathway to not only boost confidence, but to manifest tangible results, such as wealth and personal achievements. Continuing with practical tips to align your internal narrative with your aspirations, begin by identifying key phrases that resonate with power and confidence. Replace hesitant language with firm, decisive words. For example, change. "It might work" to "it will work." This simple shift can profoundly impact your mental framework and turn the wheel toward success. It is essential to practice this refined dialogue consistently. The more you train yourself to speak with authority internally, the more naturally it will reflect in your external interactions. This doesn't just apply to entrepreneurs, but anyone looking to steer their life in a desired direction. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. Make them as clear and determined as possible. Additionally, employing examples from successful self-made millionaires can serve as compelling illustrations. Consider how these individuals do not just plan, but execute with precision. They don't wait for opportunities. They create them by speaking their goals into existence with unwavering conviction. This relentless pursuit of their vision propels them forward. The importance of this approach cannot be overstated when turning abstract ideas into concrete realities. By deliberately choosing a vocabulary that embodies confidence and foresight, one begins to see significant changes in how goals are approached and achieved. It reflects a proactive, rather than reactive, approach to personal and professional development. Let's take the concept further by discussing actionable steps to transform your thought patterns. Start each day by affirming your objectives with clarity and conviction. Write them down, speak them aloud, and visualize the steps you will take to achieve them. This method not only prepares your mind for success, but also anchors your daily actions to your ultimate goals. It is also beneficial to regularly review the successes of those who have mastered this art of authoritative speech and concrete realization. Analyze what they do differently in day-to-day scenarios that translate their abstract aspirations into solid successes. Learning from these examples can offer invaluable insights into adjusting your own strategies and narrative. To cultivate a successful mindset, maintain a continuous awareness of your language's impact. Each word you choose carries weight and shapes your perception. This awareness helps to construct a robust framework for your ambitions, aligning your internal dialogue with the external realities you wish to create. Thus, crafting a resilient and growth-oriented internal narrative becomes critical. Finally, it's important to recognize that transforming thought patterns is an ongoing process that requires patience and persistence. Continually refine and adapt your vocabulary to suit new challenges and achievements. By staying committed to this process, you ensure that your dialogue remains powerful and capable of turning your dreams into tangible results, thus achieving a manifesting mindset. As we move forward, the focus shifts to daily practices that can help you embody the millionaire's language. It's not just about choosing the right words, but about consistent application in all forms of communication. When you speak, each word should reflect a mindset geared towards success and abundance. It involves not only affirmations, but also how you interact with others on a daily basis, ensuring that your language elevates your thoughts. This part of the journey will provide you with a blueprint to integrate the power of abundant speech into your everyday life. Imagine applying these principles every time you communicate, whether it's negotiating a deal, giving feedback, or simply chatting with friends. Integrating abundant speech means more than using positive words. It involves embodying positivity in your tone, your choice of words, and even your body language, all aligned with your goals. For instance, instead of using common phrases that suggest limitation, such as "I can't" or "it's not possible," shift to phrases that open up possibilities like "let's explore alternatives" or "I can figure out a way." This small shift in language can significantly influence your mindset and the outcomes of your interactions. Being mindful of your speech helps you cultivate an abundance mentality, which is crucial for embodying the millionaire's language. Incorporating these principles in your daily interactions enhances not only personal, but also professional relationships. Picture yourself at a business meeting using language that reflects confidence and openness. This not only puts you in a better position to influence outcomes, but also improves the perception others have of you, making you a magnet for opportunities and success. Moving on to affirmations, these are not just morning rituals, but powerful tools that reaffirm your goals and aspirations daily. For example, start your day with affirmations like, "I am a magnet for success," or "opportunities flow effortlessly to me." This helps set the tone for the day, ensuring that your mindset and actions align with your goals and speaks directly to creating an abundance in life. Strategic visualization is another technique that complements affirmative speech. By visually imagining your goals as already achieved, you create a strong mental image that enhances your belief in the attainability of those goals. For instance, if your goal is to own a successful business, spend time each day picturing yourself signing big contracts, expanding your network, and leading a thriving team. Furthermore, this practice of visualization should not be a sporadic activity, but part of your daily routine. Integrating it with your speech patterns strengthens your resolve and makes your language more impactful. Each word you articulate then becomes a reaffirmation of your visualized success, making every conversation a step towards your ultimate goals. Let's consider this ability to speak abundantly not merely as a skill, but as an essential element of lifestyle alteration. It's about transforming not just what we say, but how we think and act daily. Abundant speech becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, where the positive energy you emit attracts similar opportunities and achievements. As you habituate these practices of abundant speech, visual affirmations, and strategic visualization, notice how your daily experiences begin to mirror your heightened speech. Your interactions will start reflecting more possibilities, and obstacles will seem less daunting as you approach them with a can-do attitude. This shift is vital as it opens doors to new opportunities, fostering an environment of growth and success. By focusing on these key aspects of language and mindset, you ensure that every word you choose enriches your journey towards success. Through these consistent efforts, your everyday language transforms, aligning every conversation with your aspirations for wealth and success, effectively turning every interaction into an opportunity to move closer to your goals. Analyzing the psychological and emotional aspects of language, we find that language is particularly powerful in navigating the contours of wealth creation. Language doesn't just communicate, it also creates and transforms our perception. Speaking from a place of abundance, for example, can profoundly influence our emotional well-being and decision-making processes. This method uses positive affirmations to adjust our mindset, framing our aspirations as though they are current realities, thereby cultivating a fertile psychological environment for growth and achievement. This affirmative approach triggers psychological shifts that enhance our pursuit of success. Behavioral science shows that when individuals adopt a vocabulary that reflects their goals as already achieved, they experience a reinforcement in belief and commitment. This proactive linguistic strategy not only motivates but also aligns our conscious and subconscious efforts towards those goals. By repeatedly verbalizing our ambitions as current facts, we lay a psychological groundwork that supports the manifestation of these aspirations. Delving deeper into the mechanics of this phenomenon, psychological insights reveal that such verbal affirmations can indeed alter our brain's neural pathways. Repeated positive self-talk builds new cognitive patterns that lean towards achievement and optimism. Furthermore, this can effectively change how we approach challenges, leading to more resilient, proactive behaviors. Our language constructs a narrative in which obstacles are seen as opportunities, dramatically shifting our approach to personal and professional challenges. The importance of these shifts is further underscored by a deeper understanding of how our words influence our overall path towards success. By framing our dialogue to reflect wealth and accomplishment, we enhance our psychological propensity for attracting and managing prosperity. This alignment not only primes us for success, but also influences those around us, from peers to potential investors, by projecting confidence and competence. Our transformed lexicon serves as a beacon, attracting like-minded individuals and opportunities. Extending these principles to everyday interactions, the effects become palpable even in minor conversations. A simple shift in how we describe our day-to-day experiences, from challenges to opportunities, from deficits to potential gains, can greatly enhance our emotional and psychological states. We witness the perpetuation of a success-oriented mindset in all facets of life, ultimately translating into more significant endeavors and achievements. Consider the business leader who articulates their strategy not as a hopeful plan, but as a series of established steps leading invariably to success. This leader's language not only communicates confidence, but also shapes the perceptions of their team, creating a shared vision that focuses on outcomes rather than obstacles. Such strategic language use is not mere optimism. It is a tactical approach to cultivating an organizational and personal mindset oriented towards certainty and success. Behavioral science supports this approach, indicating that the language of abundance and achievement can significantly shift the corporate culture and individual behaviors towards a more results-oriented framework. This shift in corporate lexicon creates an environment where goals are seen as inevitable rather than aspirational, fostering a culture of achievement that permeates every level of an organization. Moreover, by consistently speaking as if one's goals have already been achieved, an individual effectively sets the stage for these outcomes. This does not merely align with wishful thinking, but rather with a strategic, evidence-based approach grounded in psychological research. Such expressions are not only aspirations, but are treated as impending certainties, thus creating a self-fulfilling prophecy within the realms of professional and personal aspirations. The role of our linguistic expressions in defining and achieving success extends beyond mere semantics. It involves a profound transformation in the mindset that sees beyond current realities to potential possibilities. By continuously aligning our speech with our desires, we harness the power of language to not only envision, but also enact the future we aspire to. These insights into the power of language and its role in fostering a successful mindset highlight the transformative potential of words. It is not just about projecting an image of success, but also about constructing a psychological and emotional structure that systematically drives us closer to achieving our personal and communal goals. Through strategic language use, individuals and organizations alike can fundamentally shape and redefine their trajectories towards sustained success and fulfillment. Imagine transforming your communication, where every word you utter shapes a new reality. This isn't just aspirational, but indeed achievable through persistent practice of speaking from abundance. By recognizing the power within you to manifest positive outcomes through language, you adopt a proactive rather than reactive stance in life. This method of speaking involves expressing gratitude, envisioning future achievements, and verbalizing constructive outcomes, effectively setting a foundation for the manifestations you wish to see. When you consistently use language that fosters growth and potential, you create an environment ripe for personal and professional transformation. Think of it as cultivating a garden where your words are the seeds of future success. Just as a garden requires regular care and the right conditions to thrive, so does your speech to fully harness its power. Each phrase and sentence should be carefully chosen to nurture your goals and dreams, steadily steering your reality toward those envisioned outcomes. Empowerment through speech isn't a fleeting practice, but a lifelong commitment. As you practice, your awareness of word choice deepens, and the impact of your words becomes more profound. Your journey in using language constructively might begin with simple affirmations or regular reflections on the positive aspects of your day. Over time, these practices can evolve into a powerful tool that shapes not only your self-perception, but also the perception of those around you. By diligently applying these principles, your communication reflects abundant thinking. Envisioning a future where your life meets your most ambitious visions starts by refining your speech today. Think about the far-reaching effects of each word you choose. Imagine it forging paths to new opportunities. For instance, using affirmative and optimistic language has the potential to reshape your interactions and open doors to new personal and professional landscapes. As you adopt this perspective, each conversation becomes a stepping stone, crafting pathways to your ambitious goals. Your language serves as a catalyst for manifesting the future you desire. By committing to the conscious use of words, you set forth a series of events that will undoubtedly align with your aspirations. Drawing from historical examples, leaders and visionaries have long recognized the power of words to inspire change and rally communities. This same power lies within your grasp, and by wielding it wisely, you pave the way for transformative experiences that reflect your highest aspirations. If you view every conversation as an opportunity to influence your future, you begin to understand the strategic role that language plays in achieving your goals. By aligning your words with your values and aspirations, you not only enhance your personal growth, but also contribute meaningfully to the dialogues that shape society. Each word you speak should resonate with the clarity and conviction of your deepest values, acting as a beacon that guides you towards your future. This transformative journey of speech begins not with grandiose statements, but with every simple interaction. Consider how your daily exchanges with friends, colleagues, and even strangers can impact your trajectory. If your words consistently reflect optimism, resilience, and a forward-looking attitude, they become embedded in your character, transforming not just your perspective, but also the realities of those around you. It's about building a consistent practice that echoes your innermost desires and aspirations. By embedding principles of abundant thinking into your communication habits, you engage with the world in a way that anticipates and designs a better future. It is about becoming architects of our destiny through dialogue. Whether discussing plans with a colleague or sharing insights in a community meeting, each moment is a chance to practice and refine your ability to influence through words. Your speech becomes a powerful tool, carving paths towards your envisioned goals. Let's consider the real-world applications of these ideas. Imagine your next project presentation or a crucial conversation with a partner. By employing a lexicon of abundance and opportunity, you transform the tone of discourse and influence the outcome. Your words can stimulate enthusiasm, inspire confidence, and even alter perceptions. This proactive use of language becomes a defining factor in not just achieving your goals, but also in setting a benchmark for inspired living. As this segment of our discussion underscores, the continual reinforcement of your speaking practices will undoubtedly lead you to build the future you envision. By consistently nurturing your ability to speak powerfully, intentionally, and abundantly, you forge not just a path, but a trajectory that continuously rises to meet your most ambitious visions. Your language is indeed your most potent ally in this quest, and mastery of it begins now, guided by the power of your own words.